Hi, this is Kevin Quinley with Quinley Risk Associates. I am the author of 10 books on claims handling and litigation management and risk management, including time management for claim professionals. I would like to offer a time management productivity tip for claim professionals, and that is for effective claim communication. Match your medium to your message. Match the medium to the message and the context of your communication. What do I mean by that? Well, the late Marshall McLuhan famously said that the medium is the message. That may be an overstatement, but it underscores the point that the method that you choose to communicate your claims communication can impact the force and effectiveness of your message as a claim professional, no matter what strata of the organization. The method you choose can boost or undermine the impact of your message. Nowadays, claims people have a huge menu of communication options. Some of these are high-tech, some of them are old-fashioned and have been around for centuries. Nowadays, adjusters and claim professionals, we can communicate by phone in real time. We can communicate by phone through voicemail. We can communicate by letters or snail mail, by fax. Remember when fax was the cutting-edge technology? I remember receiving a call in our claim department in the late 80s, early 90s, somebody asking for our fax number. We just kind of looked at each other and laughed and rolled our eyes. 30 days later, we had our first fax machine. A month after that, we had 2 fax machines. Then came email. Remember days before email? It's hard to imagine. Then instant messenger, text messaging, and then that old, underutilized method, face-to-face communication. Now, you would think that with the range of communication options at our disposal, you might think that there would be few communication problems. To the contrary, instead, communicating effectively now seems to be more of a problem than ever. The sheer range of choice complicates the decision-making process about which channel to use for which kind of communication. So I think that claims people need to be intentional and thoughtful about this, about not only the content of their message, but what channel they're going to use to communicate it. Give some thought to the best channel of conveying your message before sending the message. For any particular purpose, one avenue may be more or less effective than the other. I'm going to give some examples in a second. So cultivate mindfulness, intentionality. Think before communicating your message. Decide when it's better to email and when it's better sometimes to walk down the hallway, pop your head into someone's office or cubicle and ask, "Hey, can we talk?" Think about this before launching the communication. Examples. In straight reporting of a claim status to a client or an insured in email, a fax or written memo may be appropriate. In plotting settlement strategy or evaluating a claim with a client or a defense attorney for an upcoming mediation or a settlement conference, a telephone conference might be best. If you're discussing a performance issue or performance appraisal with a member of the claim staff, face-to-face is better. If there's a quick question along the lines of, "Hey, what time is the meeting again?" or "What's the trial date?" You might find that if your company technology supports it, instant message or text message is appropriate. If you're talking about trial preparation with a policyholder or legal counsel on a claim, email is probably not suitable for that. If you're discussing insurance coverage issues with a policyholder and your first communication about that out of the box is a memo or a fax, that's off-putting. It's likely to arouse hostility, especially if it hasn't been preceded by a phone call, a meeting, or dialogue or conversation. That's one reason I recommend to claims people that before sending a reservation of rights letter, before sending a coverage declination letter, that they precede that with a phone call to the insured. Those are awkward conversations. They're often not easy conversations, but I think it helps soften the blow a little bit before they get that letter. That's a whole other topic. If you're giving an attaboy or an attagirl to a staff member for a job well done, If you're consoling a staff member who suffered a family loss, a personal message or a handwritten note will have a greater impact. The point here is to match your communication channel to your message. Recently, I heard a podcast with a communication consultant, and he said something like this: if you're spending more than 3 minutes composing an email, then the message probably doesn't belong in an email. His point is that it might be better conveyed over the phone or face-to-face. Email is terrific in a lot of ways. It's quick, it's efficient, it's asynchronous. You can do it on your time, answer it, and initiate it on your time. You can answer it on your time. If you're trying to build a record, it offers that feature. It can provide an electronic record or archive of what was written or not written. That can be a good or bad thing. That's a whole other topic in terms of claim file documentation and being careful about what you memorialize in an email. When you print it out, it can provide a hard copy archive, which may defeat the purpose of going paperless. Email is best suited for what I call quick hit and rapid fire information exchange. It doesn't lend itself well to meatier, more sensitive exchanges, like discussing claim value or discussing differences of opinion in evaluating liability or coverage or personnel performance issues. So before communicating by email, assess whether it's the best communication channel for your message. This will make you more effective as a claim person, as a claim communicator, and maximize the impact of your time spent communicating. Match the medium or communication channel to your message and the context of that message. This is Kevin Quinley. You can find out more information about my consulting service on my website, which is kevinquinley.com. I am on LinkedIn. You can follow me on Twitter at ClaimsCoach, one word, ClaimsCoach. My email address is kevin@kevinquinley.com. Quinley Risk Associates is on Facebook, and my office number is 804-796-1939. Have a productive claims day.